welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley. I post videos Sundays and Thursdays about my small business, and today I wanted to share some of my favorite Amazon essentials for your market booth. I have so many markets coming up, so it's just been on my mind with all the different displays that I have, and I actually just posted my first market vlog of 2025, so be sure to go watch that as my last video posted. But in today's video, I'm going to show you all my essentials for my market booth from Amazon. I find that I can find the cheapest displays and the best displays on Amazon, and they're very versatile for whatever you need. Whether you need it to be white, acrylic, black, pink, whatever you want, you can usually find it on Amazon. So I'll be sure to have everything linked in the description, and I'll also have some pictures throughout the video of my market booth so that you can see them in use. I also find it really hard to find booth displays. That's why I'm making this video, because currently I'm trying to find a couple new ones and I just keep resorting back to my old ones because they work just fine. I just kind of want something that's a little bit more elevated, so I'm trying to find new ones. But when I first started out, it was really hard to find booth display inspo for a handmade business, so I decided to share my experience with you guys so that you don't have to struggle as much, because I know between the price and finding something that works for your products is extremely hard. So if I can help at least one person, I would love to do that. And let's go ahead and just get right into our first product. We're gonna start very general and then we'll get more specific to the actual booth. But starting off, we have tables. It's up to everybody how they want to display their whole booth, but my personal opinion is that tables are the best way to get the most product on there and get the most space in your booth, so you're actually getting what you pay for, because some market booths are really, really expensive. And so I want to be sure that a lot of that room is for my products to be displayed, obviously for people to shop in the middle, but I want to fit as much product as I possibly can out since I sell so many different things. So I've linked these foldable tables on my Amazon storefront. Personally, I just bought my tables from I think it was Sam's Club, and I want to say it was like 45 or 60 bucks, but I really wish I would have gotten the foldable ones, because dragging a 6-foot table about 150 steps to every single market, both there and back, is draining, and I really need to get some sort of wheelie cart, but I just haven't invested in one yet. So carrying 3 tables really gets tiring, and so I'd recommend getting the folding ones, especially because some of the pop-ups that I've had are on rooftops. So I've had to take a 6-foot table in an elevator and get it up there. It was just a whole mess. So if you're buying tables for the first time, get a foldable one. Take my word for it. Spend the extra 10 bucks or 20 bucks and it will last you forever. Up next, to cover those tables, obviously you don't just want a blank table. You want to have some tablecloths over it. So I use these white fitted tablecloths. This comes in a pack of 2. I just wash them before every single market, and they're really nice because the back is open, so you're able to see everything under your table. So I keep all my extra products and my bag and my tripod and everything down there, so I can see all of that, but the guests can't from the front because it's completely covered down to the floor. I also like this fitted tablecloth because it doesn't look so tight on the table. There are some tablecloths that fit under the legs, and I just don't like how tight it looks on the table. So it's totally personal preference, but I enjoy these tablecloths. They go right down to the floor, and they're not too short and they're not too long. They're just perfect. These also come in a ton of different colors, so if you're looking for a specific theme for your booth, these will fit them very well. Next is how you're gonna take everything to your market. This I wish I would have learned earlier, but at the very beginning, my car was packed full with just stuff, stuff that didn't even have a handle on it, literally just products thrown in my car. And so I wish I would have had some totes to carry them in. And so it wasn't until about my 3rd or 4th market that I invested in some clear totes. So I linked this 6-pack of Sterilite totes on my Amazon storefront. Obviously, you don't have to get 6 of them. This is just kind of an idea that you might want to have a few more than a few less. Whatever will fit in your car. I personally have a huge tote, and then I have 5 smaller ones, and this just helps me to keep all my products separate, and so that they aren't all stacking on each other while they're in the tote. So they're small enough to fit enough products, but they're not big enough to have products flying all over. So take my word for it, put your products in a tote before you take them there. Otherwise, you're gonna be making 20 trips back and forth to your car to bring everything in. So getting 4 totes is gonna make it only 2 or 4 trips. So it's gonna make life light work of all your products and all your displays. And the nice thing about these bins is that once you have them all empty, you can stack them all up and put them under your tablecloths so that nobody can see them, they're out of the way, and they can also hold all your extra products under the table. Up next, again, we're going a little bit broad here, but bags. Bags for people to hold their things in. I know at a lot of craft fairs, I see a lot of people handing out their products in like a reused plastic bag, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're looking for a more cohesive branded experience for your customer, I recommend investing in some nice bags, usually some like sturdier ones that have a color. So I linked 3 different ones. The first ones are from Prime Line Packaging. I still do have a couple. Actually, I think I went through all these at my last market. 30 bucks for 100 of them. You can also get 50 of them for 20 bucks. So really good price. They're 6 by 3 by 9, so they're a good size. They're about the size of like my makeup bag. That's what I kind of went off of for buying my bags, was like what's a medium-sized product that I sell, and then try and find that size in a bag, because then it'll fit at least half your products in there. So those are the ones that I used starting off, and I recommend them, but the part that I didn't like is that they're so flimsy, so they look really cheap. They're not my favorite, but they were a good starter bag. The ones that I do recommend, however, these next ones are from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Mozrro. Honestly, any gift bag is gonna work, but I prefer more of a paper bag rather than a plastic bag. And so these paper bags come in a 100 pack, tons of different colors, great price, and I just order multiple of these and then I'm good for a whole market season. And they have tons of different sizes of these as well, so you can find something that works for your products. But I use the 10.5 by 8.5 by 4.5 inch, and I just find that it works so much better for the customer. I also, sometimes when I'm like handing them the bag, they stuff all their other things in there because it's such a nice bag to hold all their things that they bought from the craft fair. With these bags, you can also add a sticker to them, you can stamp them, you can brand them however you would like. I personally don't, just because I don't find that that would generate even more sales for myself, but usually a pink bag is enough in a Nebraska craft fair for people to be like, oh, that's the booth that she went to. So definitely get a bag that maybe stands out, or you could brand it, make it your own. Highly recommend those bags. I love them. Then for my smaller products, because one time I had to hand out a keychain in one of those huge paper bags, and like it was a tiny little keychain in that huge bag. I'm like, I could be saving so much money. So I bought these little 100 piece 6 by 8 inch bags. They don't even have like a bottom to them. They're just a little like sleeve of a bag. They're very simple, very tiny, but they do the job for like any bookmark, any wristlet, any keychain, anything like that. It's perfect. These also come in a ton of different colors, and they also come in multicolor packs. So whatever works for you, and you can usually match them to your paper bags as well. Moving along, we have price signs. I use these 5x7 acrylic signs, and I print out all of my price labels. I just design them on Canva and then size them down to 5x7 on a Word document, and then I print them out, cut them out, put them in the little acrylic sleeve, and they work just fine. Now, the reason that I do that is sometimes my prices change based on how popular a product is, or if something goes discounted, I want to be able to update that really quickly. So being able to print my own signs really helps with that, and these acrylic signs display them really well. I also like these acrylic signs because then I feel like the prices aren't everywhere on my booth. Sometimes I do print out like separate labels, but I find that having a cohesive list of all my prices on like one part of the booth is better than like having, you know, 50 different price signs on my booth. So it's all personal preference, but I want people to look at the product first before they see all the different prices, before they even look at everything. So that's just personally what I prefer. Up next, we have something that I get questions about every single time I post my market booth, and that is my keychain and wristlet displays. I use these pegboards, and I also use pegboard hooks on there. The pegboard comes as a set of 1, and then the pegboard hooks come as a 50 piece. So usually I would say order 2 of the pegboard displays and then 1 of the 50 piece pegboard hooks. I feel like that'll work better for you for one booth. But like I said, sometimes I print out separate signs, so like this little wristlet sign, and then I just cut it out. It's just normal paper. I just stick it on there and I keep it there for every single market. But these are a game changer for displaying scrunchies, wristlets, keychains, anything that you want to just hang on a little hook. These are perfect for. They also have little feet at the bottom, so you assemble them once you get them. It's literally just 2 screws. It is so easy to put together, and they're a little bit wobbly, but I think I could probably tighten the bolts. They are also metal, so if you're looking for a wood display, maybe don't get those because they're all metal. But I just find that these are the most affordable pegboard hook displays that I've found, and they're just a great size. They've worked for me ever since my very first market. So I'd highly recommend investing in some of those. Up next, we have 2 products that I use at every single booth and also in my office. So they double as both a display and something that you can use in your everyday to help your office run more efficiently. And that is these little foldable crates. I got the 4-pack of the pink ones, and I also got the 3-pack of the gray ones. And so the pink ones are a little bit smaller, the gray ones are larger, and they have so many colors and so many sizes. But this is what they look like in like comparison to size. These corners literally just fold out, and they fold down. Obviously, if there wasn't product in here, they would just fold down. And so these are also really great for booths because they don't take up so much space. So if I had limited space in my tote, I could fold down all of my bins, take out all the products, squish it down, and then it would all fit in the tote instead of having something always propped up and ready to go. It just makes it so much easier to fold them down and stack them. The way that I use them in my office is usually when I was prepping a whole bunch of keychain wallets, I used them to carry around all the wallets throughout, like bringing them upstairs and bringing them down here. So like carrying product around your office, being able to move things really easily between tables, even organizing things. So like this, for example, holds all my holiday drawstring bags, and I just keep it on my bookshelf right next to me. Even things like this holds all of my supplies for making the AirPod cases, and so when I need to make some of those, I just take out this whole bin and it has everything for me. So they double as a market booth display and also something for around your office. And last but not least, I'm so excited for this one. I just got this for my last booth, and that is this bookshelf. I used it to display my Kindle and book sleeves because I was trying to like work in reverse. So if I have a Kindle and book sleeve, what would those hold, which is books and Kindles, and then where would books go to be like organized, which is on a bookshelf. So I thought, you know, why don't I just get a bookshelf and display them on a bookshelf? So that's what I did, and this is the one that I found mainly because I needed it by the next day. So I didn't really choose like the one that I really wanted because it had to be here within the next day because that's when my market was. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it was so cute in the booth. People loved being able to sort through them and find one that they loved. And I also ordered another one of these so that I can have all Kindle sleeves on one and then all book sleeves on another. So if you sell any type of books, even journals, I thought journals would look really nice on here as well. This would be a really great idea for another display. But I'm just trying to find more displays that work for my specific products rather than just like a tote or a bin, kind of like how the pegboard hooks really show off the specific product. Like I don't want people to look at the display, I want them to look at the product. And so that's something that I'm struggling with my wallets, but I now figured out Kindle and book sleeves, they look perfect on this. But that's all that I have linked in my market section of my Amazon storefront. A lot of my other things I get from local stores, so check out your local Marshalls, Home Goods, At Home, Target, a little bit of everywhere. Just try and Google something, find it online, and try not spend so much money. I know displays get so insanely expensive, and I personally cannot justify spending that much on them, but I know there's tons of online stores that also build displays for you, so you could invest in one of those. I just don't have the money. So hopefully this helps you for your next market, kind of navigating what displays to get, where you can get them. Again, I'll have everything linked down in the description. And if you want a more in-depth look at my booths, you can watch my market vlogs. The last one that I just published, I went through the entire setup process with you guys and talked about each individual display, where I got it, how it works, how I like it. Some of them I didn't like very much, but they worked. And that wraps this Amazon favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you out for your next markets. I know it's so hard to find good displays nowadays, but you can do it, I promise. And I will see you guys in my next video. Be sure to be on the lookout for market vlogs. I have so many coming up because I have so many markets. But I'm so excited. All right, with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.